Sorry for the couple day delay there. Mixture of health, being under the weather a little bit, and just some scheduling. Was able to finally get a video going here. So today's thing is a topic that kind of hits close to home, and I'm sure hits home for many of you as well. It's mental health. Mental health, and more specifically, the effects gaming has on mental health. Now, growing up as a kid, we definitely weren't a wealthy family. I won't say super poor, but it was a grind, that's for sure. And there was times where even throughout childhood, in elementary school and high school, I was bullied pretty hard. I was never a big fan, I guess, or big crowd pleaser, I guess. I was bullied quite a bit. Even being a chubbier guy, especially in school, my initials being at the time first and last initial DD. I was constantly called Double D. At the time now I laugh at it, but then it was pretty traumatizing stuff. And so there was a lot of days I'd go home and I was heartbroken, I was hurt, I was sad, felt like the world hated me. And it all started to change when, for Christmas, I got my first Xbox. I got an Xbox 360, and it was really quickly, it was like I could come home, eat my supper, I'd go to my room, close the door. Once I turned on that console, nothing mattered. I could dive into a game, and at the time the game of choice for me was Halo. I loved playing Halo. Halo 2 and Halo 3 I loved. Even Saints Row 2 was a big game. I met some really good friends online. One friend who I was friends with up until recently for very long, and helped me get through a lot of stuff that I struggled with. Gaming was a great release for me. And to this day, gaming is my way to escape the world. And for a lot of you, I'm sure that's the same thing. Now, if you go online and you read, or you just watch the news, not sure how many of you do that, but there's a lot of things where people are saying, well, gaming, violent shooter games, Call of Duty, GTA, they're causing a lot of real world crimes. People are taking what they learned on the game and doing it in real life. Now, that might be true to some extent, but as with anything, I think you got to take that with a grain of salt. That's not the whole picture here. Gaming is not, for most, is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And yeah, there's some times where maybe you do it too much, and I'm guilty of that, where I've gamed for hours. I've spent more time gaming than I did sleeping or anything else. And that was when I was really going through a lot of tough mental health problems. 2017, I hit rock bottom, had some things happen. And gaming was my way to escape that stress and that pressure where, just for even an hour a day, I could escape the real world and just have fun. Nothing else mattered. Just me and that game, and that was it, and I was into it. And so it was Halo, and it was Warzone for a little bit, even though I suck at Warzone, not great at it. Halo, Grand Theft Auto I liked. I love hockey, playing NHL games. I love playing Madden games. They're amazing. And I think that's where gaming has really, to me, saved my life. Because without gaming, I don't know, if I'd still be here, as grim as that might sound. Because had I not had this release where I could turn to, maybe things would have panned out differently for me. And, right now I've got, just right here, I've got my Series S with me. And, it's a Series S to most people. To me, it's a lifesaver. Because this console, I picked this one up used for $200. That's Canadian as well. So in the US, you can get a used one for probably way less, especially with the newer versions coming out of the Series X's and stuff. You can get these probably, a couple $100, maybe $100, $150. You don't need a brand new one, but you know what? Having something like this, even if you just have it for that one time, that 1 week, one day a week, where you just say, you know what, I got nothing to do. I've had a rough week. It's been a long day. I've had a rough day at school, had a rough day at work. Things just aren't going great. I'm so emotionally drained and mentally taxed, and I feel beaten, I feel broken. I just need to unwind. And grabbing this controller here and hitting that on button and just gaming, dive into a game. You can, I still do this, like I said, to this day. I'll come home after a rough day, because I do security as my job, so it can be a mentally taxing job. The amount of death threats I've gotten, the amount of times I've had weapons pulled on me, I've lost count. To be able to come home and just say, you know what, we're going to commit an hour, nothing else matters. Power this thing on, dive deep into a game. Right now, my thing is NHL. I love playing that, like I said. I'll play franchise mode a bunch. I'll play Be a Pro. I'll play online a little bit. You know, that's, like I said, that I credit my life with gaming. It's done things for me that, you know, it's just a box. It's just a electronic box when you break it down to its finest point. It's a piece of plastic with some electronics inside that emits some games. It's really all it is. But this thing truly has been a lifesaver for me. Now, I've not been one to turn to therapy. I've not been one to do that. Just because of my past experiences, I haven't had any luck. Now, that's not to say that you should only ever use gaming as your release. If you're looking for some help and need somebody to talk to, there's thousands of people you can reach out to. There's ways you can get that help. You're not alone in this world. You can get through it, no matter how tough it is. The sun, you know, as something I tell myself every day, no matter how bad it gets, the sun comes up tomorrow, the birds chirp, sun goes down, new day to follow. Every day is a new day. So if you had a bad Monday, Tuesday is going to be better. Tell yourself Tuesday is going to be better. And you know what? You come home after that Monday and it was just a drag and it wore you out and you feel broken and maybe you're having some troubles at home or something. Being able to turn this on and just release, it's been amazing. I'm sure I share the same feeling when I say there's no better feeling than finding a new game or finding a game you love and it really being a struggle to put down this thing. You know, this thing, it's almost like it's glued to your hands like this. You just don't want to put it down. To even go get a drink, you don't want to do that. A bathroom break, you don't want to do that. You just want to keep going. And you know what? That's the beauty of this thing is not only is this a gaming console, or if you've got a PC, a gaming PC, it's a lifesaver to me. To me, this is really helped me conquer a lot of demons and help me get through a lot. Because you know what? At the end of the day, after a while, I started to realize, you know what? The sun does come up tomorrow. It's not always going to be bad. And the bad times help you appreciate the good. And look, no matter how tough it is for you, and like I said, 2017, I hit rock bottom, and I won't give too many details, but I was very close to losing my life on my own hands. You know what? And I felt like there was nothing. There was nobody I could turn to. There was nothing I could do. And, you know, reaching out to some of my family, that helped. But really, reading a book, turning on the Xbox, gaming for a bit, I could get through it. And you know what? It helped me because I was pretty broken. And I was finding that I was playing games like GTA. I was just playing the story mode. And a mission came on and I'd laughed so hard. I haven't laughed like that in years. I was crying, I was laughing so hard. There was tears rolling down my face, I was laughing so hard. And you know what? It really buried and got rid of that emotion, that sad emotion I had, and that feeling of being left alone and having nothing and nobody. I felt some value, and I was, you know, it really, really changed my life. And so really, I just wanted to tell everybody, look, we're all going through hard times. We all have hard times. And I'm not saying that my problems were worse than anybody else's. That's not true, because if what I think is the worst to me, it's only because it's the worst to me. I haven't experienced worse. But you might be watching this and you might be dealing with something far more deep and tough. And just know that there is hope. The sun comes up tomorrow. Like I've got here, I've got a cat who, come here, Frito. Come here, boy. Come on. Here, we're gonna bring him into the picture here. There. Here's my co-star today. This is Frito. He's a adopted cat we got a couple years ago. He was a stray and we adopted him. And he's just a little lover. Not a little lover, he's 17 pounds, but anyways, back to what I'm saying is, look, no matter how tough it gets, there's hope. You don't have to give up. You can fight. We have it in us as humans. We were built to conquer and defeat and get through whatever challenges we face. We have it in us, and I know you've got it in you too. And you know what? If you're finding one day it's just a little hard, you're having some troubles, get yourself an Xbox, get yourself a PlayStation. It doesn't even have to be this gen. You can get a last gen console. You can get a PS2, a PS1, you get an Xbox 360, you get a used Series S for a couple $100. And you know what? It can really, I found a lot of value in it. The gaming is not just for gaming and just for a little fun. It's for a good way to just escape the real world for a little bit. And so that's the message I want to get across, is not only about gaming, because this is a gaming and computer and tech related channel, but I want to connect with the person as well who's watching this, because this is my experience that you can get through this. It's never over. You can do it. And I believe in you, and you can believe in yourself. And I know even if you think you're alone, you're not. There's so many things you can do to get help. Mental health, unfortunately, is the big thing. A lot of people are suffering with it, and I think people have always suffered with it. It's not just a recent trend like some places might be marking it as. Sorry, just was about to sneeze there. I think it's always been an issue, but now it's being talked about more. And if you're anything like me, being told it's okay, it didn't really help me. Being told it's all right, you're gonna get through it, that didn't help. I almost had to find the courage within myself. And it's what I'm trying to say is, you have the courage, you have it in you. And even if you don't think you do, you do. And I believe in you. You can believe in yourself. Everybody else believes in you. You got this. You can be a success story. Nothing is ever final. Even mistakes, no matter how hard they can, or how bad of a mistake you make, you can bounce back and you can learn from it. Mistakes happen because they're a learning experience for you. And you can take a hard time and you can take a bad day and turn it into something good. And that's what I'm trying to do with this channel. I'm trying to take everything I've dealt with and turn it into something that I'm passionate about. Gaming, tech, computers, I'm passionate about that. But I'm also not going to take away the real side, the real person side of things here. I am a real person, just like we all are. And sorry if I'm kind of just rambling on here. This is kind of just straight from the heart. I don't write scripts for these videos. This is just right off my mind. I'm gonna make some mistakes. I'm gonna say some things wrong. I had a couple of videos where I had to do like 30 takes because I kept getting one word wrong. And kept calling a PC a console. Kept saying it over and over and over and over and over again. I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing here? I got it right though. And even with that little mistake, I found a positive and I pushed through it. And I'm like, you know what, I can do it. And you can do it. And no matter what the challenges you're facing, you can get through it. But if you need a way to release, escape the real world for a bit, get a hold of one of these. Get a hold of an Xbox, get a hold of a PlayStation, a Switch, even a game on your phone. There's always options here. Many of you are probably watching this on your phone, maybe on your computer. You can get yourself a game on one of those things you can play. If you don't have the means to get an Xbox, that's okay. You can save for it. I had to save for almost a year to buy this thing. But I did, and I got it. And you know what? It's just been a great thing. It's helped with my family too, because it's a cool bonding thing. I got a couple controllers. We can all play a game, have some fun. There's some great things on there. So I'll wrap it up with this. I understand if you're going through some stuff, some hard times, but I don't want you to give up. Find it in you to conquer this and beat this. You can do it. You know you can do it. I know you can do it, and I know you can do it. What I plan on doing in the future, now don't hold me to this, but it's a plan, is once to gain some steam here on this channel, build up some views, I'd like to give back to the community. I'd like to give back in a big way. I'd like to, once I get that PC built, I'd like to look in the future at giving away an Xbox. That could be 6 months down the road, 3 months down the road, it could be a year down the road, but eventually I will be giving away an Xbox or a console, or gift cards for a Steam game, or an Amazon gift card, or something. I want to give back to you guys, the viewers, because without you guys watching this, and even though I only have 11 subscribers, and some videos I've had 500 views, some I've had 1,000 on, to the millions of people in the world, that's not many, but you know what? If I connect with one person in a video, that's what matters to me. And in giving back to you guys, I think that's something that I would have appreciated when I was early on in my life. That's something that, there's no better feeling than, there's a really good, I shouldn't say no better feeling, there's a lot of good feelings, but it's a great feeling winning something too. You entered in something and you won something, like that's a sweet feeling. So sorry, now I digressed a little here. Get yourself an Xbox, there's value in it. Get yourself a console, there's some value in it. Even if you use it an hour a year, an hour a month, an hour a week, an hour a day, don't obsess your whole life to it, because obviously you've got things you've got to do and everybody has their own things they need to do. But set yourself some time to where, you know what, I've had a bad day, feels like the clouds are around me and there's no sunshine. Turn on a console, find yourself a game. I'm going to try every month to post a game that you should be checking out and playing. I just released a video a couple weeks ago on Battlefield Hardline. It's a great game. That's a game for me that was a good release, because that was a game where I couldn't set this thing down. I was glued. I finished the game in almost a whole day. In 2 days it was done. Totally done, because I just couldn't stop playing. And there's games like that out there. And you know what? One game might not be for you, but there's hundreds of thousands of games and options out there that you can dive into and have some fun and just have a release. So, like I said before, gaming saved my life. It could save your life or save somebody else's. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's found comfort inside of this little box here. These are powerful and are not just for gaming. They can be literally a lifesaver. So, like I said, no matter what you're going through, the sun comes up tomorrow, the birds will chirp, the sun is there. You know, it's every day is a new day. And focus like that. Think like that. Every day is a new day. No matter what happened the day before, that's the past. I'm going to grow from it. Maybe I can find some value in that hard time. Maybe I can find, okay, I struggled because of this. Break it down to its finest point. I know that tomorrow when the sun comes up, it's a fresh start for you. Every day is a fresh start. You can get through whatever it is you're going through. I know it and you know it, and you can do it. And I'd love to hear in the comments below what gaming has done for you. Has gaming done something like this for you? Are you going through some struggles? You know what, even just venting in the comments, that can be a huge thing. There's a lot of power in talking, and not bottling up your emotions. I did that, and I think that's what brought me to my breaking point a few years ago. So guys, I truly appreciate you tuning in to watch my videos. I truly appreciate the support. I've been getting some comments now. I will reply to you as quick as I get those comments. And I'm not fishing for certain comments or compliments either. If you've got a criticism of a video, I'd love to hear it, because again, I'm growing, I'm learning just like everybody else in this world. And I'm always going to be a student of this world, and I will always be learning. So if you find there's something you think you should bring to me that I can improve on or edit or change, I would love to hear it. You know, right now, like I said in the previous videos, I'm using an iPhone 14 Pro Max to shoot. I don't have a mic. I'm using the phone's mic. I'm using a crappy $3 tripod that I got from the dollar store. My wife got from the dollar store. You know, it's a work in progress. Only over time is this going to improve. But I want you all to know you can get through whatever it is you're going through. You can do it. You got it in you, and I know you got it in you. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. All the best. Have yourself a great day. Have yourself a great tomorrow and an even better next day. It's coming. The good times will come. The bad times don't last. Tough people do. And you're all tough, and I know you can do it. Also, if you've got some time and you feel like it, if you don't have anything, maybe any tips for videos or stuff, or anything to vent about, or anything like that, drop below a game that I should check out or somebody else should check out. Any console, anything, any kind of game you got, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to check it out. I'd love to put people's eyes on it. Who knows, that could be my next game to play. And if it ends up being featured in one of my next game to play editions or videos, I'll make sure I credit you as well too. Because anything you guys do to help me out and grow and help with video ideas, you're going to get full credit. So drop that comment below. You just might see your idea in a video. As always though, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching D93. You guys are the best. Have an amazing day. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.